Hello, everyone. I'm Paragjit Kaur and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is about the changes made in the super visa. So let's get started with that. Before I talk about what have been the changes and how they are going to affect all those who are either trying or those who are already there in Canada on the super visa, before that, I'm going to talk a bit about what is super visa about, who is eligible for that. So super visa is a sort of visitor visa that is available for the parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens and permanent residents. The difference between super visa and the normal tourist or the visitor visa lies in the fact that for the visitor visa, you can stay in Canada at a stretch only for 6 months. Anytime longer you want to stay in Canada, you will have to go back, you will have to come again. But in the case of super visa, you were allowed to stay here at a stretch for 2 years. But now the situation has changed with the new announcement, which is going to be applicable from July 4th, 2022. Now, the parents and grandparents, those who get the super visa, they will be able to stay in Canada at a stretch for 5 years. That's one. Second, there is a change in their health insurance requirement, which was earlier required to be from the Canadian healthcare service providers, but now it can be from international health insurance providers as well. So let's get started with let's just have a look at the various changes that have been made. So I'm going to directly take you to the announcement, the actual announcement that has been made yesterday. So the various changes which are there, the very first one is this: the increase in the length for the super visa holder for 5 years per entry in Canada. Just like a normal visitor visa, this one is also, the visa duration is for 10 years, but earlier you could stay here in Canada only for up to 2 years, but now you can stay here for 5 years at a stretch. So that's one. Second, you can apply to extend your stay for 2 more years. So at a stretch, parents and grandparents of Canadian permanent residents and citizens, they can stay in Canada for up to 7 years at a stretch. Now, that's a very, very, very welcoming step. Another one, currently, only Canadian insurance providers can provide the necessary medical coverage for the super visa. There was a requirement of the health insurance. There was a requirement of 1 year of health insurance coverage that was required earlier. But now with this change, this coverage could also be from the medical insurance companies which are located outside of Canada. So for instance, if somebody is coming from India and they bring their medical insurance from Indian companies, that would also do. So these are the two major steps which have been taken by the Canadian Immigration Ministry, and these are really, really welcoming steps. I just want to touch upon the difference between super visa and the PGP. That's the lottery system through which the Canadian permanent residents and citizens, they can permanently sponsor their parents and grandparents to immigrate to Canada. That's different because in that case, parents and grandparents, they get the PR status. By this, they are on a sort of visitor visa kind of thing, but the thing is they can stay here for a longer duration. And now in the present situation, that can even be up to 7 years at a stretch. Thank you very much. So this was all for today. About the latest changes in Canadian immigration, I will be making another short videos. Thank you very much.